Working on it. Apologies.
Well, it's 7 o'clock. Let's start the meeting with the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Trustee Dudash?
Here.
Trustee Kringle?
Here.
Trustee Reno?
Here.
Trustee Falk?
Here.
Treasurer Shonka?
Here.
Clerk Davis absent. Supervisor Lewandowski?
Here. Next is the approval of the February 3rd, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to be approved as presented.
A motion by Reno, is there support?
Support.
Support by Falk. Is there any discussion regarding the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments. Anyone wishing to address the board on any non-agenda item, this is your time to do so, and we ask that you state your name and address, and the meeting's being recorded for future use.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Carol.
Carol Miller, 2340 Randolph, Huron Township. Couple of things. Parks and Recs. I know there's a couple people on the agenda to join the Recs. How come they're not together? I don't know why they're separated. I think they would balance each other really well with what they're doing.
Well, that's been talked about, but the park board is an elected board.
Right.
The recreation board is an appointed board.
Right.
I would rather have one appointed board for both, but that requires a ballot initiative when it comes to the parks.
Okay. So I just think with all the stuff that one does and the other one does, they match up good. So, also, my question of the month, can we get financials posted? My other question is EDA updates. You know I don't like the EDA. Since the EDA is trying to get the company to come to art bands and stuff, have we received any environmental stuff from their plans?
They're not even, the only conversations that the EDA and myself have had with them is just regarding what taxes would be on sale of that building if it were sold for X amount of dollars.
Okay. I just like to see what's going on, just for the heck with my daughter's illness. I'd like to make sure everything's okay. I know it doesn't.
And the EDA's not pushing it on us there.
Well, I know they're involved with getting the company in there, because the newsletter was put out there, so I saw it, and I don't know why they use code names for stuff, it's kind of silly, but that's the EDA. Okay, and I know the gentleman here is for the Black River project, so he's probably gonna shoot at me, but I gotta say my piece. Black River Properties, I understand that this was decided and it's just on an agenda to move it forward. I attended the last planning commission meeting and I recognized the person who was representing this owner, who I believe is the Vinkers, is what I kind of deduced. As the gentleman was leaving the meeting early, I apologize for speaking up against this project, as it seemed to have been kept in the dark on this property for a long time. The last I heard was that the developer was looking at placing a kayak rental or something there. He stated to me as he departed that he recognized me from other meetings, and it really bothered me. I kept pondering where I'd seen him before. Finally, over the weekend, the light bulb went on. He's the gentleman who slapped a phone out of a gentleman's hand after the June 1st, 2023 Board of Commissioners meeting. He had just asked the commissioners for an extension of a loan of the $250,000 that they had given to the Edie Center development in St. Clair. I implore you that any funds that you acquire from this gentleman or any of his associates, that you make certain that all funds are paid in full, up front, and clear the bank. On another part of this, I would like to see that if any further township properties are being placed up to be sold, that it be placed on the Facebook page for people to see, for people to come and talk about it and see if they give their positives and their negatives either way. I'd like to see this placed in as a motion in the next board meeting if we can, please. Thank you. You don't need to respond, Bob. I'm good. I know you're looking for your life.
No anger, but I'm just, it was, anything that's been approved or whatnot has been on the agendas.
I know, but the last time that I remember it being talked about, there was, the person was supposed to come with plans by a certain time, and I haven't heard anything. The last thing I heard was they were looking at kayak rentals, but they would let us know, but I hadn't heard anything, so when this came up at the planning commission, was it last week? I was kind of flabbergasted that what I was hearing for the plans and stuff, so
Okay.
No kayak rentals.
No.
I wish it
That
was
was probably,
kayak rentals.
this isn't the first developer wanting to do something with that property. Or interested.
I was
in
actually
doing-
thrilled at kayak rentals because we bring entertainment into the area, so.
All right. Anyone else? Michelle?
Michelle Brown, Ravenswood, 3484 Ravenswood, Port Huron Township. Thank you to Benita for amending the minutes to include some pertinent information that I had shared in the last board meetings. Today I'm here to ask the board if they could take on the responsibility and oversee the video recordings, not only for this board but for all boards. That would be nice to see. The cost of this is fairly basic. The tripod is like under $30 on Amazon. The adapter to hold the smart device is under $10, and I'm sure you could possibly repurpose one of these devices that you have here, or maybe in a box somewhere in the office. If you did have to purchase an item, I just purchased a laptop for, under $400 at Best Buy for my basic budgeting needs. So it's fairly inexpensive, and I've been asking for the last 5 board meetings that I've attended for this. There has been no communication brought forth. Ms. Campbell's been asking for a lot of information about the financial records, for the blight enforcement office to show what is he doing. It just feels like it becomes to a point where you feel ignored. And I'm wondering if the best course, if I'm not going to get it here publicly direct with you, or Ms. Campbell is not going to get it publicly direct with you, maybe it's a proposal that we put on a ballot. And I've already spoken with the county on the methods of doing that. I would have to connect with Benita, but it seems like our requests are just going ignored. There's no conversation about anything. And it's basically transparency. We want to know where our money is going, and I am surprised that none of you are advocating for that as well, at least publicly with us. And then the attorney notes. When the attorney isn't here, it would be nice to have the notes read to the community. There is a growing number of people that are watching the videos now. Some interest, people who are homebound, people who are working during the time that we're here. So I would just hope that you would just, avoid all of the stuff that needs to happen to get this on the ballot, and do something about it here within this body. I don't know. Seems weird that week after week, I know she's been here a lot longer than I have, asking for things, and nothing is fruitful from it, from this board. So it's very confusing to me. I don't know how much time I have left, but I just want the public to know that there is a website called BSNA, and this website, if you have problematic issues with your neighbors and you filed complaints with the townships, that you can go to the building services tab on that website, and you can see the progress that's happening with your complaints. There's a little bit of, there's a few items that I'm probably going to talk to you, Bob, about that I'm seeing a conflict there. I also plan to FOIA the township to find out, what's happening in that area as far as complaints, the turnaround time, how many violators we have at the same location, fines received, fines issued, because I don't think a lot of that stuff is happening, and it's concerning because that's an income for the township, and our communities, our neighborhoods are suffering with blight issues. You can choose to ignore it all you want, but undermines property values, like it lowers property values, it doesn't make for a good community, so that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Seeing none. New agenda items, the attorney's report, you have Bob's report in front of you. He couldn't make it in tonight as well. And went out and I guess we're working on trying to get that fixed. Not that there was a whole lot of agenda that I think he had to worry about. So if you have any questions for him or me, feel free to ask. Item B, engineers report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just a couple of brief updates on some active projects. Howard Street sidewalk, also some portions of sidewalk on 24th Street. That project's currently out for bid. Bidding schedule has bids being due on March 4th, so we'll have a bid opening for that project in this room on March 4th. Bakersfield Park, we moving forward with that project. We had a pre-con since our last meeting. The contractors actually started doing some of the tree removals, and he should be out next week to start setting some of the helical piles for the support of crossing over the drain. So that project is moving forward. Maywood Pump Station, we continue to work with the EPA trying to move that forward. It's a slow process. They've got a consultant from the EPA that's working with the State Historic Preservation Office, looking for some feedback on the project just to make sure that what we're planning is in alignment with the grant program, and I'm sure it is. The coordinator says we should absolutely qualify for what they call a categorical exclusion, which will make the back end of the process faster. It's just taking a little while to get through all the red tape there. So still pushing it forward, just taking a little while to get through. So I'll give you an update on that. So be happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Any questions for Mike?
Thank you.
Thank you. Sheriff's report, you got the sheriff's report in front of you. I got a message from Captain Polk, he wasn't gonna be able to make it tonight. I got that message about an hour ago.
Did you say anything about the shooting?
No more than what's in the paper.
Okay.
Seems like it's a real, got a friend who has a son with autism, and he kind of falls in between the cracks. It's between 16 and 60. These people fall in the cracks. And I heard it was a mental health issue, and seems to be a growing problem for St. Clair County with that. So it's a shame it happened.
Another problem is these people have these issues and there's help for them, but they gotta be able to be willing to be helped.
Yeah, but it's getting harder. It seems to be, one of my friends, she was telling me she's well versed in all this, and it's difficult, when they get to a particular age, getting help for these people, unfortunately.
Alright, moving on, item D, approve quote to rebuild sewer pump for Water Street lift station. You have a quote in front of you here, in the amount of $29,950.
Do you have any idea what a new one would cost?
85 to 90,000.
I think they were 60,000, 60 or 65 when we bought them new, and we kind of redid that station. So they haven't gotten cheaper, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and that pump this one that's being rebuilt has been in that station since it was done over, I think how long ago it was, almost 20 years ago probably. 18. Pretty close.
Yeah, 2012 comes to mind, but I could be off on that.
No, it was before I was here. I came in 08.
that's the biggest pump station we got.
Right, those pumps run every other day, 24 hours a day.
Is this rebuilding both pumps or one?
Just one.
Just one.
The pump itself is about as tall as that.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid from Kennedy to repair for $29,950.
Motion by Reno, second by Dudash. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call please.
Trustee Reno?
Yes?
Trustee Dudash?
Yes.
Trustee Pringle?
Yes.
Trustee Falk?
Yes.
Treasurer Shonda?
Yes.
Clerk Davis absent, Supervisor Lewandowski.
Yes.
We'll get about another 8 to 10 years out of this pump now, rebuild.
Hopefully more than that. Item E, approved combination for parcel number 7428-764-0072-000 and parcel number 74-28-764-0072-100. And then splitting the combined parcel into 8 separate parcels. Need a motion to approve. You have all the information there. I believe John had met all the criteria.
I'll make that one.
Motion by Shaka, is there support?
I'll support that.
Support by Pringle. Is there any discussion?
So this is just, let me see, this is, you're combining the parcels and you're splitting, that's all this is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much a huge parcel, but then there's one small one out at the road. And you're making it all together, and then you're splitting them over down Water Street.
Description.
What's going to be happening with the section that's not going to be,
Not sure yet.
not sure. More, not sure yet that there is.
Well, it's zone R3,
Yeah.
so single family, that's all it's zoned for.
Any other questions? See none, roll call by the clerk, by
Treasurer Shonda?
Yes.
Trustee Pringle?
Yes.
Trustee Falk?
Yes.
Trustee Reno?
Yes.
Trustee Dudash?
Yes.
Clerk Davis absent, Supervisor Lewandowski.
yes. Item F, approve appointment of Aaron McNeil to the Recreation Board.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion by Shaka, is there support? Support by Reno. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item G, approve the appointment of Veronica Kaplinger to the Recreation Board.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Reno, is there support?
Support.
Support by Falk. Is there any discussion?
You ready for that?
I am.
Okay.
Your letter was impressive.
Thank you.
Very nice. It could be a real asset. I already thought they were combined. Or actually, when I called today, I was talking to Veronica, I thought that this was new, the recreation. I was just looking up at the parks, at the park commission, and I didn't realize that we had the boards separately, yeah, so.
Park Commission's more or less supposed to be in charge of the parks themselves, other than Bakersfield. And then the Recreation Board, they do the events and between the events and summer rec and whatnot.
They do all the fun stuff.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of bills.
Make a motion, we approve the
bills in the amount of $10,019.92.
A motion by Schalke, is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Dudash. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Treasurer Shonka?
Yes.
Trustee Dudash?
Yes.
Trustee Pringle?
Yes.
Trustee Reno?
Yes.
Trustee Paul?
Yes.
Vice Davis absent, Supervisor Lewandowski.
Yes.
Motion we approve the current bills in the amount of $907,475.29.
Motion by Schalke, is there support?
I'll support it.
Support by Reno. Is there any discussion regarding the current bills? Seeing none, roll call please.
Treasurer Shonka?
Yes.
Trustee Reno?
Yes.
Trustee Paul?
Yes.
Trustee Pringle?
Yes.
Trustee Dudash?
Yes.
Vice Davis absent, Supervisor Lewandowski.
Yes. Board correspondence. Anyone have anything they want to share tonight?
Wednesday, we got a SimCog meeting downtown, 100 Warren. All, everybody on the board's invited. Not really sure what, Anita's got planned, but
Okay.
that's the mayor.
Right. Anyone else have anything?
Cool. Well,
Yeah, it's an understatement. I really don't have anything, just other working on the easements for the sidewalk project on 24th Street. I've got two where they're done. One's a for sure supposed to come in tomorrow. Finally got a hold of somebody out of Canada for Buckland. And then I'm waiting on one more. I talked to the guy, the property owner, just waiting for him to get back to me. But seems like everybody's on board.
I've seen in the paper on the diet on 24th Street, they're gonna have an open meeting for the public about the diet. The 24th of February, I believe it was.
Oh, 24th Street south of the viaduct?
No, it's south
Dove.
of Dove.
South
Dove
of
didn't
Dove.
That's south of Dove to Nern?
Yeah,
Okay,
just let you know,
okay,
there might be,
That's all the city, both sides.
yeah.
right. Because you can tell where the city starts and the township ends,
Oh, yeah,
kind of in the middle of.
it's like it's solid on there.
So. All right. I guess I look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
A motion by Falk, is there support?
I'll support it.
Support by Dudash.